right, here is a warm up for your deadlift or hinging exercises. What you're gonna need is a barbell or something that you will be using for your deadlifting. You're gonna want to have a band secured up above you, and it should be a band you can pull down with your arms. And you're gonna wanna have a kettlebell that you can do kettlebell swings with a moderate weight. So collect all of that and join me back here. We're gonna start with 5 hamstring flosses. So I want you to just come into a split stance. From here, we're gonna come down. You can bend that front leg. Your hand should be on the floor. If that's too much for you, you can get some risers to be up. And then from here, back is flat. That's really important. Don't let yourself be rounded. Flatten that back out. And we're just gonna try to straighten our knee. Yours may not go straight, and then bend it. Again, if it's way too much and you find yourself here, I encourage you to elevate your hands up onto something and still working to get that knee extension, squeezing the quad, being active through our quad to feel that hamstring open a little bit. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So same thing, chest is tall, hands on the floor if you can. From here, you're going to extend that front knee, drive your chest up, and bend. Again, feel a squeeze through that quad, active through your quad. You're not just pushing your knee back, you're actively engaging the front of your leg to get a stretch through the back of the leg and that hamstring. Beautiful. We're gonna go one more here, and then from here we're gonna lay on the ground and we're gonna go into single leg hip bridges with a 1-second hold. Hip bridges are awesome because they're gonna get your hamstrings firing and they're gonna tell you if you have weakness side to side. So laying flat on our back, you're gonna have your right leg bent up, your left leg is straight out. From here, just connect your midline, make sure you're not arching your back. Shoulder blades should be flat. And then from here, we're gonna just tuck our pelvis forward or up a little bit. You're gonna bridge through there, pause for 1 second, control it down. We're gonna go for 10 of these. Pause, 1,000, control it down. Pause, 3 1,000. Make sure as you're lowering you're lowering your whole body. You're not just lowering your hips. You want to come down with your spine. This is going to be 5. Hold. Good. Active, pushing evenly through your feet. Squeeze the glute at the top to fully open the hip. Again, if you're not feeling your hamstring and your glute activating by now, something isn't happening that we want to. So we want to make sure again that you're feeling the glute and hamstring. Give me one more here. Up, squeeze, 1,000, and down. Same thing on the other side. Left foot is planted, right foot is up. Let's feel all 4 corners of our left foot. Take a breath in, brace the midline, tuck the pelvis up, and you're gonna squeeze. 1,000, and down. You're gonna notice here if one side is weaker than the other, tighter than the other. That is common, not ideal. Up, 1,000, that's 3, good. Actively squeezing the glute of that left leg and hamstring. At the top position, see if you can find a little bit more without arching your back. Keep yourself connected. We're gonna go for 3 or 4 more. Up, good. 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel that hamstring going. So a big part of a warm-up is that you activate the muscles that you're going to be using. And right now, we're getting your hamstrings and your glutes, which are a big part of a deadlift. The next one that we're going to do is going to be a straight arm pull down. So having that band secured up above you, you'll have to find a resistance that is good for you. You might have to choke up on your band. A big part of a deadlift is being able to actively pull those shoulder blades down and brace through the sides of our torso, through our lats, and some of our serratus, all of that. So as we do this, I want you to think arms are going to be straight, pull the shoulder blades down, actively pull the band toward your hips, making sure you're not rounding forward, but tucking the shoulders back and down. And we're going to do 20 of these. So staying connected in your midline. You don't want to have any arching happening, and you're just pulling those shoulders back and down. You can start the movement with pulling the shoulders down with that scat pull, and then continuing to come down. And we're going to just pick that pace up a little bit as I'm talking here. This is 6, good, 7. You want to feel again all the muscles. 8, keep going for me. 9, you want to feel all the muscles all through that side. We're going to come here, number 11. If you're ahead of me, that's all right. 12. Feeling again connection in your midline. A big part of our deadlift is also staying connected in our midline and being able to lift with our legs and stay strong through our upper back so that that weight does not separate or leave us on our deadlift position. Great, we're gonna go for 2 more here. And then we're gonna grab our barbell. If you are not doing a barbell deadlift, you can mimic this same movement, or you can put a PVC pipe on your back. So I'm gonna have you come underneath the bar. You're gonna put it on your low trap. From here, you're going to stand up, so it's not up on my neck, it's on my low trap. And from here, we're going to do a good morning. So a good morning, you're going to be standing with your hips about hip width apart. And this is just going to be getting our hamstring starting to fire and then open our hips. So from here, big breath in, brace our midline, toes or big toes planted, all four corners of our feet are planted. Create some tension by kind of screwing your feet into the floor. Then you're going to reach your hips back. You're going to hinge forward to about 45 degrees. Stand and squeeze your buns. Reach back. 2. We're going to go for 10 of these. Reach back. 3. As you stand. 4. Feel yourself pushing through your feet, strong through your legs, strong through your core, activating your hamstrings. When you reach back, you have a little bit of a soft bend in your knee. If you're unfamiliar with this exercise and need more explanation, go to my good morning exercise. Good, we're gonna go for 2 more here. Beautiful, and then from here, that's kind of gotten everything primed. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna be a lot more dynamic and a lot more active. It's gonna be a kettlebell swing. Typically when I coach kettlebell swings, it's keeping it compact and you're staying kind of high as you do this. We're going to change this a little bit. I'm going to have you do a squat, more of a kettlebell squat swing. And I want you to think about staying connected here the entire time. You're not going to let your armpit open up. So it's going to look like this. You're going to start behind the kettlebell, lock in your lats and your back. The first thing you're going to do is pull it to your crotch. And then you're going to come forward, but as you come up, rather than letting your arm come all the way up, you're going to kind of keep the elbows in and those shoulders back. So again, it's here. I come up, and I'm staying connected. So it's keeping that activity that we're looking for our deadlift. The other thing I'm going to do, which is different from a typical swing, is I'm going to squat it a little bit more. So it's going to be mimicking a little bit more of what the bottom of your traditional deadlift would look like. So again, from here, locked in, I'm going to come up here, squat it a bit, and up. It's still a hinge. I'm still hinging forward, but I'm allowing my legs to move a little bit. That kettlebell is coming down to about my knees. And we're going to do 20. So let's call this 5. 6, 7, 8, think power through the legs. 10, feel your big toe on the floor. 12, 13, good, keep that lat on. 14, 15, 5 more guys. Keep your shoulders back and your elbows in. Great, 1 more. Beautiful. So from here, whether it's sumo, traditional, trap bar, whatever deadlift, kettlebell, dumbbell, you're ready to do your deadlifts. I want you to start, again, 5 at about a lightweight, 3 a little bit heavier, 2 a little bit heavier, 1 working up to your working weight. Get after it, be safe, and have a good deadlift workout.